you won that game. What do you want to talk about this week, though?
Gentlemen, I wanna shoot our shot at a possible Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls roster. This is, of course, the new fighting game from Arc System Works, known for Guilty Gear Strive and known for Dragon Ball Fighter Z. And they are doing a new Marvel fighting game, ripping the IP from Capcom, from MVC. Watch that, our PlayStation and Capcom beefing video. I think it's an interesting thought experiment. That's it. All right. And so I thought it would be interesting if we could potentially predict what is going to be the roster of this new fighting game from Arc System. So here I've got the list that we would be making here, and I've got the and I've got the 8 that are already confirmed via the trailer, which are Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Miss Marvel, Doctor Doom, Ghost Rider, Star-Lord, and Storm. Those 8 confirmed. Gentlemen, let's have the quickest conversation about and decide what number we're shooting for today about how many characters we're getting at launch.
24.
I was going to say 16.
I think both of y'all need to shoot higher.
But starting roster, I don't think they're going to go above 24. That's already a pretty good amount, even with as many characters as there are.
I was thinking 30, 32.
Mm-hmm. Well, we could just start throwing out names, the givens, and then at a certain point start slowing down.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get some out of the way.
Right.
Hulk, Thor.
Yep.
Wolverine.
Cyclops.
No, he's kind of gotten to, like, well, yeah. Give your reason.
You gotta have Cyclops. You gotta have Cyclops. So him and Ryu were like the face of like the MVC crowd, right?
And that's,
so like, what if
that's why I don't think you do him?
But I think that's why you do him, to kind of flop your dick out on the table, be like, see, now we have him.
Both make sense. But yeah,
they've already chosen to go a different way, like than what MVC was doing. Now, of course, like there's stand-ins that you have to have, but I think they're actively trying to avoid MVC for right now. I don't think Cyclops. I don't think Cyclops is a given. If we end up putting him on the list, then that's a different thing. But I don't think he's in this first. Like there are like 6 other names I would go to first.
I think Venom.
I agree. Right here, we'll just write them down.
Because we have some that are hard line. We kind of hear them and you go, yeah, they'd be in there.
We'll write down Cyclops. We'll write down Venom. I think Black Widow.
Yeah, I would say that.
I think Gamora probably here.
I don't think that's a given.
We got Star-Lord.
Oh,
if you've got Star-Lord, I feel like you should have another Guardian.
More Guardians.
Honestly,
I can see them having Rocket in there too. Yeah,
I would say Rocket's more likely.
This is my thing. So Star-Lord's in there. I think we have at least one more Guardian. I don't know if we do.
I was gonna say at least 2.
I don't know.
I think Rocket Raccoon will be there specifically because Arc System likes its varied characters.
Yeah.
And having a small guy,
so now
there's not going to be many of them.
Now my question is, Connor, do they do Rocket and Groot, or do they do the Rocket Groot combo character?
Ooh, I think it might be Rocket Groot combo.
I don't think so, solely because how the game itself is going to work. It's a 4v4. There's definitely going to be I would think there's going to be a level of synergy between certain characters. Actually, that's not a given.
Yeah, I forgot about the 4v4 thing. That makes me think that we're definitely going to have a huge fucking roster.
Yeah, that's why, 16 was crazy.
That's why it could be Rocket and Groot. Let's put that down.
I think it's a Rocket Groot combo.
That's more likely than just one because they need to shore up their roster to a degree.
Oh, no,
because and this is the thing.
Connor's disagreeing with us.
Huh?
What? Connor's disagreeing with us. He thinks that they're separated.
No. I agree. I'm like, no.
I think what he was saying is that it's Rocket Groot, and you stop there for Guardians. Is what I took from what he said.
That it's also just because you want variety with fighting games, and you don't want to have multiple slots being taken up by same kind of style characters. Same.
Oh, I took it as Connor saying that he thinks that Rocket and Groot are going to be separate entries.
I thought so at first, but then I thought about it. I was like, well, they'd probably make him one. Okay. So many characters to adapt.
I feel like I just see how in my brain. I mean, I see it for all of them, but in my brain, I see how Rocket and Groot function as a character better together than alone.
I think definitely Ant-Man. I could see them playing.
Definitely Ant-Man.
I could see them playing
yeah, I could
around
see
with
them
some
doing
stuff
that.
like that. I mean, being able to change your size, I feel like as a fighting game creator, they'll really enjoy playing around with it.
I think
And he's
probably,
also
for that matter, probably also include Wasp. Just to have more lady characters.
I think the women aspect is a big thing here.
I-
I feel like we could find a better name than Wasp.
Yeah, I
but-
think we'd go to, like, for example, female characters. They probably wouldn't do She-Hulk right off the bat.
Rogue.
You never
Rogue.
know.
Rogue, yes.
Yeah,
She might
Rogue
be one-
or
Magic as well. Magic gotten popular in recent years. So
I could see them adding Magic, yeah, or
so
Psylocke.
so here, yeah, Psylocke was the name I was going to bring
that's
up.
probably more. Yeah,
Here's my question: is how I think there's going to be off the wall niche characters that you've only seen once or twice, like in your life, maybe, right? How many of them are from Rivals? And like I'm thinking, yeah, for your weird like gimmick characters, I think Jeff the Shark is probably in there. But then do we start seeing Magic? I think Magic moveset kind of fits with something I've seen from Guilty Gear Strive, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But do you see like what's her name, Luna Snow?
no,
I
you
don't
would
think
not.
so.
No.
Even though
Wasn't
she's
she an
pretty
original
popular right
character
now.
from Rivals?
No, there's no original characters in Rivals.
All right, in that case, if we're going out there, Gore the God Butcher. Mainly because he had
Interesting one.
he had comics that came in and
could
they're
see
very well
them-
loved. So I was
I
like,
can see
well,
them doing like Silver Surfer.
that too. Yeah,
I think Silver Surfer's in there.
I think because of where Marvel is right now, Loki's definitely in there.
Oh yeah, Loki.
Kind of a weird, maybe do some.
We
clones.
brushed by some of those women. Is there? I think Rogue.
Rogue definitely.
I think Rogue.
Yeah, we brushed by Rogue. Yeah.
And then maybe Psylocke.
Jean Grey is also. She's always brought up all the time.
X-Men do we want?
It's
Like,
well,
that's
there's a lot.
my thing. Is like,
Oh.
if you include one of them, like we gotta include like their love interest. I feel like I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think it's more for like character combos that work well together.
Yeah,
Because we already have Storm, and I mean, you know, Wolverine is in there.
Yeah,
Watch him not be in there.
Deadpool. Do we think Deadpool?
he is in there. You know he is. You know he is.
I
Tavin.
think
Don't
that's a
even try to.
DLC character.
Nah, man, it's Deadpool, dude. They're gonna be like, hey, they're gonna do a whole trailer just for Deadpool where he breaks the third wall.
The fourth wall.
Fourth wall. Yeah, that's what I said. I said it just a second ago. Tavin, you know it's gonna
Alright.
be. It's Deadpool.
I just don't think he's at launch, man.
Hey, I'd be fine. I'd be happy actually if he's not.
I don't think he is.
Doctor Strange.
Yes, he's gonna be
Probably
the main big movie characters are gonna Black Panther.
Black Panther's
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
there for sure.
Black
definitely.
Panther's definitely in there.
A lot of sausages. Where's the opposite of sausage?
I think Dr. Octopus is in here.
You're saying that for the female role too? Like, well, maybe they'll play around with it.
I mean, have you seen
No,
Into the
but-
Spider Verse?
Yeah, well, yeah, we had Connor's referencing a pre-show conversation that him and I had discussing this topic, where I said you're gonna want a good balance of women, and it's a sausage fest in Marvel, except for X-Men, but you don't want to pull 30 X-Men. So I was like, Dr. Octopus, and I think you could probably do a female variant.
I was gonna say, like, what if we did like different female variants of some of these like well-known characters? Like,
I could see Black Panther being there. I could see Silver
yeah,
Surfer being
Black
there.
Panther being a girl. Yeah,
Cheat.
Hawkeye. Do we think Hawkeye?
He probably is.
I don't know.
I feel like
I
again
think
those
Hawkeye's
movies
probably there.
when they're making this game, I feel like they're automatically gonna do the big names that are popular now.
I think you hit that with most of
Dude,
the ones
dude,
we've already
guys,
hit.
That's true. That's true.
Guys, Daredevil.
Ah, God, I'd really fucking like it if he was there. I would personally love
Daredevil?
that.
Daredevil, and for that matter, Bullseye.
Bullseye's an interesting one. I heard someone say Punisher, and I was like, I don't know about Punisher.
Looking up female characters, Mystique is possible. As is Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is actually probably pretty
Scarlet
likely.
Witch is probably pretty likely. I'm gonna write down Daredevil and Scarlet Witch right now.
Man, I go on the women's section. I'm like, I know a lot of these people,
It's all fucking X-Men.
but yeah,
Bro,
it's-
wouldn't it
don't-
be kind of funny if we're pulling from like Marvel Rivals? What if like, because we said Silver Surfer, I pulled away from Galactus. What if Galacta is in this?
no, I think that's they wouldn't really be focusing on trying to have
How
that.
do you make a Galactus character?
Galacta?
I mean, yeah, you just have them in their like
Oh,
in their
Galactus.
outfit, their purple outfit with like the big helmet. You know, dude. Speaking of, what if we have MODOK in this?
We actually might.
MODOK's in MVC.
He is. No?
I'm just saying it's like it's been done before.
I see what you mean.
Mm.
I'm not saying like no. I think it's an interesting pick.
X-23 as weird. I don't think they would do that with Wolverine.
That'd be interesting.
X-23 would be interesting. Yeah.
I would honestly respect that more
I would. Yeah.
than Wolverine.
There's Elektra. There's
Oh, if you're doing
see
Daredevil,
Elektra.
you should probably do Elektra.
Ororo Monroe. Oh, is that? Oh, that's
Aurora.
Storm.
That's Storm.
That's
Okay.
Storm.
Jean Grey seems likely. But hey, I get it. X-Men, I get
We
it.
have Storm, Wolverine, Cyclops,
me see some-
Rogue, possibly
Deadpool's a
Psylocke,
mutant, so
Scarlet Witch, and Daredevil. That's 7 X-Men already. I said Daredevil. Deadpool.
Daredevil's yeah.
I said,
Deadpool's not.
I meant
Daredevil's not a.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's 7 X-Men already, and we're at
Oh, what if we had Quicksilver?
Possibly.
guys. How many X-Men are gonna be here, guys?
I think a lot.
like
If
Hey,
we have
hey.
Scarlet Witch, we gotta have her brother.
At this point, in
you
this-
don't gotta have anybody.
No, Tab, at this
Yeah,
point in the
We do
game,
though.
we've named the ones that aren't.
I think
the
you need
big
to-
ones that aren't X-Men. So now there's really
Tavin-
only X-Men
Tavin-
left.
I think you need to
Tevin,
look
there's
at
only-
move sets, not names now.
But that's the thing is
Tevin,
that
let me pull two more X-Men for you, but I promise you they're worth it. I promise you they're worth it.
Okay,
Gambit,
I could see it.
Nightcrawler.
I could see it.
So here's the thing, right?
We got so many.
But here's the thing, right? Because
And I keep thinking about Iceman, and I'm like, man, it'd be nice to have an ice-based character. in here.
Iceman and Pyro. Yeah. Oh,
As you-
Magneto.
oh, he's gonna be in there. Yeah.
You think is Magneto a lock?
Yeah.
Magneto's a lock.
Here's the thing, Tavin, about your X-Men stuff point. They're going to be more focused on making fun characters, and the X-Men have tons of stuff to play around
Right.
Oh,
with. So it,
Right, but here's
Thanos.
my thing. Is Thanos would be an interesting one.
Actually, yeah.
We keep pulling for big names.
He would be.
That of like, oh, I
think
love
so.
that character, I love that character, I love that character, and all of that's great, right? I think we should start looking at like power types instead. Like
pretty diverse.
some of them, yeah, but I mean, like, how many fucking beat 'em up guys? We got Black Widow and fucking Deadpool and fucking
Black Widow would also use
Daredevil.
guns.
She would
same
definitely
with
be a
Deadpool.
zoner, and with like some kind of like get off me tools, I would think.
Black Panther, like, I mean, Black Panther, you have to have.
Black
I
Widow
think
would have like
in a modern day,
the
you
like
have to have
zappy
Panther.
zap like
Yeah.
like
Grenades,
stun move or something.
things like that. Yeah.
Like, we don't really have a fire-based character. I mean, a little bit with Ghost Rider, but I think he's more like chains and bringing out his motorcycle than he is fire.
So who would fill that
Um,
role? Who is the fire user in Marvel Comics?
And Johnny Storm, but I don't.
Mm.
Treading on Fantastic Four is dangerous because I don't think you get all 4 of them at launch.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
so
would
either.
bet we would, but he does seem to be the first that pop up.
I honestly don't think we see any of them at launch.
The only thing that hesitates me about that, Phil, is that we do have Doctor Doom already. And I do
That's what
think
I'm
it's
saying. Like, I
weird to
think
put
that's the
Doom in
only
and not
one.
have one.
Jean Grey has fire powers.
I mean, if as Phoenix,
Phoenix
That's
powers, yeah.
Phoenix, but like that's not what she's known
Um,
for.
I would do. I mean, if you're gonna do one of them, I think the pick would be like the Thing.
I'm between Johnny Storm and Thing.
I don't think we see Johnny Storm. I think we almost definitely don't see Mr. Fantastic. I think Invisible Woman would be an interesting pick.
I think Miss Marvel.
I think-
fills
I think
role
it's the
of
Thing.
Mr. Fantastic.
That's where I'm at.
I want Iceman in here so bad, just because
Hey.
like what other ice-based characters do we got? You know,
Not many, no. How big is the roster, though? That is the
that's my
question.
question. Yeah, we're already at.
How many
Wait, at
six?
Scarlet Witch was the last name I wrote down. We're at 26, and there's some of these names I'm cutting because I don't think they're gonna dip into X-Men that fucking much. I don't think Cyclops is at long.
Take Cyclops out, but put Nightcrawler in.
I think Nightcrawler is more realistic than Cyclops. So many fuck. And for good reason, because the X-Men are cool, and there's just a fucking huge amount of characters in there. I think Rogue's in there. I think Loki's in there. I feel pretty good about Silver Surfer. I don't feel great about Wasp.
I mean, take Ant-Man and Wasp out there, honestly. I also think we need Gambit.
Yeah, I mean,
Remy Lebeau.
I would love Gambit.
you could play. You know what? Put Gambit. That's a character Arc Systems
Cards
can have
and
a field day
Canes,
with.
bro.
Yeah, they could do a lot with that. Knowing how there's this character in Guilty Gear. I think he just got released for Strive. Venom, whose whole thing is pull cues and cue balls that he hits, and he can kind of like use that to control space. Some kind of thing like that with cards. Very possible. I'm really excited for this game because
Gambit also has a stick.
What?
Gambit also has a stick.
He also does have a stick.
He's got a cane, yeah.
So I'm super interested in this game. It's kind of cool how any of these characters plus ones we haven't named could be on the roster and play extremely fun. So
yeah,
this just stands the
sky's the limit.
Yeah, it really is. And in the same way, Marvel Rivals clearly is going to be constantly rolling out new characters because they have such a bed of them to draw on.
I want to go back
This
to
would
it
be
so
the
bad.
case. Yeah, it's always there.
Is it, especially whenever you like
I
drop
think
out
we get two.
in the middle
I
of
think
a
we
game?
get two Fantastic Fours.
Sue Storm then?
Sue Storm in the Thing?
I think it's Johnny and Thing.
Really?
I mean, Sue is a good counter. It's definitely not Reed Richards.
Why not? With
Definitely not Reed.
Because you've already got a
Miss
character
Marvel.
with that power base with Miss Marvel.
Oh, yes, not Reed Richards. Yeah.
Stretchy.
Damn, you're right.
So, I mean, like, Reed is, like, more creative with his stretchiness. He's, like, more full, where, like, Miss Marvel's pretty much just the arms and big fists.
In that case, I'll agree with the Thing because grappler kind of characters.
I think you need, because what
Need
would
more of the
Hulk
big
fall
ones.
under? Hulk would
grappler. Oh, he'd be
would
a
he be a grappler?
Oh yeah, he'd grab the fuck out of you. Definitely.
Okay, all right.
Do massive amounts of damage.
I just feel like there would be a difference in because they're both big guys, but
Yeah.
I feel like they would play differently.
I
They
mean,
would.
You got to put Magneto in here.
I do think you have to.
How's our villain roster look right now? Anyways, so we have
Not like
Not enough?
hardly anybody except for the one that was already confirmed, which was
Doctor
fucking
Doom, Doctor
Dr.
Doom,
Doom.
Venom, Loki.
I mean,
Silver Surfer's kind of a villain.
So what you said earlier, Phil?
Doctor Octopus.
Yeah.
Thanos, I think, would be a big like.
I think
moment
Thanos.
for us.
Thanos, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, kind of surprising. Rivals hasn't done him, seeing as how like popular he was when he was active and not dust.
Thanos. Well, I'm gonna write Magneto. I don't think we go past 32 here, guys.
I agree.
I agree.
Let's see.
Let's
Captain America,
see.
Iron Man, Spider-Man, Miss Marvel, Doctor Doom, Ghost Rider.
Ooh, how do we feel about Red Skull?
I thought about Red Skull. I just don't know what that move set would be.
Anything.
Anything. Just fucking let him do anything.
He does an Elon and throws his heart at you.
Are there evil women we can do? Evil. I don't think
Scarlet Witch could be
Scarlet Witch
evil.
is kind of the only like evil woman.
She's
we have
not.
right
She's
now.
not. She's not really that evil.
No, she's not. But it's
She,
have the
she plays
pictures.
that line a lot. Phil said Elektra earlier, and I liked that.
I did
No,
too.
Connor said that.
I thought Phil said that. Did Phil?
No, I
say
think I did. I think I was running through
Nope.
the list.
Oh,
of,
okay.
like,
It was not me.
I like Elektra. I like Black Cat. I'm just throwing names out now. I think Elektra.
Enchantress. Emma Frost.
Enchantress, huh?
I like Enchantress more than Emma Frost.
Hela?
Nebula.
Hela's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Nebula's
Ne-
thing.
Emma Frost.
He just
I
said
said
that.
Oh, she did. Oh, so
I don't love Emma Frost because I think that's too rivalry.
Another mutant.
But
Yeah.
again, this was in development before Rivals was out, so they could have had some of these things planned without thinking of what Marvel Rivals is doing.
Yeah, but that's an email to Marvel Games and being like, "Hey, what are they doing over there?"
I guess they had that connection.
You know,
yeah.
just so that we can, of course we're dipping in the same pool, so we don't want to have complete overlap.
Mm-hmm.
I also think Rivals chose Emma Frost so they could get Goonie with it, but
Yeah.
You could have Death. That'd be funny.
Death would be funny.
Mhm.
I mean, Enchantress. I think I don't know.
What does she do again? What's she from?
I
So
only know her from Suicide
Enchantress.
Squad.
I thought that was in a DC character.
That's also DC.
Oh,
There's two Enchantress characters.
Enchantress is like a magic wielder from like Asgard.
Yeah, see, I'd never heard of her. I've only heard of the DC one.
which is super valid, you know,
Hey,
because
yeah.
they're gonna reach for stranger names than what we've listed a bunch of like mainstreamers.
Definitely.
They're gonna reach for crazier things. I think there's probably another gimmick character or two in here that we haven't thought of.
I mean, honestly, I could see them doing Deadpool as a female character, like Lady Deadpool.
Be interesting. I keep coming back to X-23 over Wolverine. I just think that's a great idea.
I mean, I think
cool.
they're both going to be in there.
I don't think. Maybe later. No, they would. Not even then. They might just not. They might try to diversify their portfolio rather than do another similar character. But then again, they do like.
They would function differently.
Yeah, they would. Oh, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think taking Wolverine out is a mistake.
I do too. I think Wolverine. Yeah. Just because it's a big thing, like, and I kind of feel like we definitely don't need to. But is there any more Spider characters that could be involved? Like, I'm looking at
Spider-Man?
like Miles Morales maybe, or like Spider-Gwen maybe. But even on the villain side, like a Green Goblin or a Shocker. They did never do
Shocker!
Oh,
Shocker!
Rhino would be another good big guy. I don't think they would, but
Colossus would probably come in before that.
Yeah, I don't like.
I was
Colossus.
thinking Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut's good. Juggernaut's good.
But if
Doc
we're trying
Ock
to
would be cool.
avoid,
The more I think
we're
about
trying
it.
to avoid X-Men characters.
Yeah, avoiding X-Men characters, that is where it comes in. I was just saying, Doc Ock would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
The more I think about it.
Yeah, that's why I get. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Doc Ock is in. I think you stop with the Spider-Man after that, because I think those are the three probably most recognizable Spider-Man characters.
Mhm.
Obviously Spidey himself, Venom, and Dr. Octopus.
Mhm.
I think the only one who's in that conversation of
Dr.
that is
Octopus
Green Goblin,
Prime.
but I don't think you reach for Green Goblin for a fighting game right away. I could be wrong.
I reach for the Mind Goblin. Mind Goblin, my balls.
No one fell for it, buddy. No one fell for it. I almost said it.
Yeah, you know.
I guess there was some element of me that knew I was being played.
I just
You can't play me.
assumed it was a meme that he was referencing, so I just decided to give it no air.
What an asshole.
I know. Man,
He really
I'm
is.
the
He really
worst.
shuts me down.
I'm the fucking worst.
You call him Shut Down Tavin.
No.
He was going all around to the local businesses during COVID and waving a gun at them,
shutting
telling
you
them to
down.
close their business. But he did.
Do we want to lock in another of the Fantastic Four, or is the thing enough?
I think we're good right here. I mean, I was saying 25 characters off the bat, 24. So 4 more extra ones.
I wanted to. It's not that I can't think of the anymore.
Yeah, I know.
It's the like how many fucking. It's really how many fucking X-Men do you want?
Gambit.
5 extra
Gambit.
characters. 29. I'm fine with it being here.
We wrote down Gambit.
Did we?
Yeah, 25.
Oh, I see him. Okay. I see.
If you don't.
War Machine?
know.
Probably not.
No.
Punisher?
Punisher is the one I keep coming back to. That would be so boring, but
I agree.
I get it.
Bullseye.
Bullseye would be a more fun pick.
You would be, yeah.
Oh, we didn't write down Elektra. I think we should write down Elektra. No?
Go for it. Fuck it. It'd be hard to hit.
Can we make this an even 30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bullseye.
I'd like to, but I think I don't
I don't think they would go.
I don't
Well,
know.
weirder character.
Yeah, that's what I think we're missing something more niche.
Jessica Jones.
No. That is straight up just someone that punches.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Luke
then Luke
Cage?
Cage? Right. That's the
No.
same thing.
Who?
I mean, he would be a big grappler character like the Thing and Hulk, but
Yeah. If we had written down Colossus, I would have swapped Colossus out for Luke Cage.
You gotta use his superhero name, Power Man.
Is that Luke Cage's? First
Yeah,
time I ever
Power
saw
Man,
Luke
yeah.
Cage was in Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah, I never heard of him.
I was like, "Is just
Power Man.
just a guy who runs around and punches things?" And then I looked him up. I'm like, "Oh, he's just a guy who runs around and punches things." Okay. Any more Guardians?
No, Gamora, maybe? They might just do Gamora for Nebula.
Oh, you're doing Gamora before you're doing Nebula.
Yeah, you are.
I could see Drax in there. I could see Mantis in there.
Who?
Mantis would be
sorry.
fun. Little like
Oh,
mind trick type.
And
I think
people have
Mantis
liked
would
her.
be in there.
You'll put Mantis.
I'll put Mantis.
Get Bullseye out
call
of
it,
there.
We'll call it there.
Mantis Toboggan.
I love that moment in the show where you see him create that persona, like in real time.
Gentlemen, running
Mantis.
down what we have already. We've got our 8 locks because of the trailer. Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Miss Marvel, Doom, Ghost Rider, Star-Lord, Storm. And then from there, we got a couple of does with Hulk, Thor, and Wolverine, and Venom, I think. We added Nightcrawler, Black Widow, Rocket and Groot as a combo character. Silver Surfer, Loki, Rogue, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Dr. Octopus, Daredevil, Scarlet Witch, Gambit, The Thing, Thanos, Magneto, Elektra, Mantis.
I'm gonna call my shot though, and I'm gonna say that it's like Lady Deadpool though.
Phil's calling his shot at Lady Deadpool. As I was reading them off, the ones that made me go, "Oh, I don't know about that," as I was reading them, were Daredevil, Thanos. There was another one. That might have been it. Well, you can't have Elektra and not have Daredevil. I would be mad. If you had Elektra over Daredevil, I'd be like, "What are you doing?
He's Daredevil.
Give me Daredevil." We don't respect
I'm fine.
Daredevil enough.
I think if we wanted to go 32, we throw in Hawkeye and Bullseye, but you know.
I need like a Jeff the Shark character in here. Like,
I can't think.
there's
I'm
gonna
not
be-
the guy to ask.
there's gonna be some wacky, like, what the fuck is that character?
Beta Ray Bill.
Put him in there. Haven't.
Dude, Big Wheel's gonna be in there somewhere. I just know it.
Sandman.
Not as a kid. Oh, Sandman would be so fucking
Sandman's
cool.
good.
But you're a
Yeah.
Marvel Spider-Man loser,
Yeah,
so shut up.
I know. I don't think. Yeah.
He'd be cool. You're right. There's a reason why he
It's
has the
just
best villains.
it's so easy to dip into a lot of the groups. So a lot of yes, Avengers, yes, X-Men, but also just the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery and the Fantastic Four. It's really easy to dip into those. Did we keep Magneto on here? Yeah, we did.
We should have.
Magneto's one of those things that yes, I could that feels like a no duh, but he's also done so much that I could see them wanting to go a different way.
I don't know. Magneto is one of my favorite villains, in all of comic books.
He's dope.
He's gonna be in there.
He's dope. He's probably going to be in there. More likely than not, he's going to be in there. Doctor Strange?
I think he's in there. I think he's a lock.
All right. Silver Surfer?
Weirder
I think that
character.
would be-
Risky,
I think
but
that'd just be
I think
cool.
it's off the wall. I think it's an off the wall pick that's cool enough to be like, hey, whoa, Silver Surfer.
He fights with the surfboard.
For sure.
Right? Because of the movie, they'd make it the female version of Silver Surfer.
Not
See?
I don't think
necessarily.
they give a flying fuck about that movie.
No.
All right.
If
We're
they cared about that movie, all 4 Fantastic Four.
All right.
people
We would know about them already.
One last one.
Yeah.
Soul Bad Guy
from Guilty Gear.
from Guilty Gear.
Oh, you said it. Soul Bad Guy.
That's his name.
You think they're just going to throw Guilty Gear
He's
characters
like,
in
why
there?
am I here? That'd be funny.
Is that an original IP?
Yeah.
No, I think
Wait.
I think Potemkin.
Guilty Gear?
Potemkin.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that, but it'd be Soul. It would be Soul Bad Guy because the same company.
Why not both?
'Cause
What
that'd be
about the girl with the dolphin and the anchor?
May, she'd be a pain. I'd like.
There's already so many
I know.
If I don't want to see crossover, I
No.
want Marvel.
No, you get one crossover and it's sold back.
I agree.
It's not. It's Ragnar the Blood Edge from Blaze Blue. That's how you turn it around.
I don't want a single. I don't give a fuck about none of them.
There needs to be one. There needs
No.
to
Why
be.
not?
Guest
Why
character.
not Ruby? Why not Ruby Rose from Blaze Blue?
We could stop that one.
If I get any of these characters before I get a Miles Morales, I'm throwing hands.
Oh, dude. They should be in there way before any other character. They should be launch character.
I don't know. I think we're probably only gonna have the one Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my other Spider-Man character next to my other Spider-Man villain and my other Spider-Man villain. Shut up.
I think
Miles has different powers. You can function as Miles.
He does.
He does. But I think the most similar character we get to Spider-Man is Venom.
Oh, that's not similar at all.
They're
That's
not.
what I'm saying. The most similar.
Oh, I mean, Miles might just not be in the game.
Not at launch, no. But I better not be getting no fucking Blaze Blue bitches up in here before I get him.
You're playing an Arc
I
System
think
game, buddy.
Connor was mostly joking.
No, I wasn't.
He's not.
I'm not- I am not
as soon as he
joking.
thought about it, he's
Connor
like,
was joking.
there's going to be one character from one of these other games.
Phil, I totally understand why you think I am, but I'm legitimately like, okay. Fighting games love their guest character. They have Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runners in Strive, or she's coming to Strive.
Let the record show Connor is joking.
No.
But there's so many there's so many names.
Yes. Oh,
that you need before you start doing these
I'm
things.
only saying this because it's Arc Systems, and I'd see them. They'd put Soul Bad Guy. It would be
They
Soul
need
Bad Guy.
6 more X-Men before before they get to this.
Maybe since Lucy is in Strive, maybe they'll put David in Marvel Tokon.
Yes, they will.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh, okay.
Get cultured.
One of the characters from there is going to be in Guilty Gear Strive. And so it's like, oh, the other character, she's one of the main characters. They'd have
And the other main character, the protagonist, David Martinez.
What about Spider-Man 2099? Think about it.
I can see that.
I
He's
would
part
want that.
vampire.
He's the coolest looking one, so yeah. Sure.
How cool is his music sting in Across the
Blade!
Spider-Verse?
Blade.
Oh, Blade, absolutely
Fucking
Blade.
Oh God, we need a Blade.
Make it 31. A nice weird uneven number, huh?
Phil's doing it.
That's funny.
And then he just threw both. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll have the bullseye in there. Fuck it. He's not gonna be there. But
Weird character.
I can't believe we forgot Blade.
We did forget Blade.
Blade is almost more of a lock than half this roster.
That's true. And they'll be able to do them right, unlike the movies. That have failed,
some people
that
like
have
those
failed to
movies.
come out.
Okay. So the one.
The one.
The
Yeah.
one.
No,
The one,
there's.
yeah, the one that is in just development hell.
I think it got canceled, didn't it?
I think it got quietly canceled.
Yeah.
I think they're just gonna stop talking.
We
about
don't know for sure that it is canceled.
it. I think it's one of those things they just stop talking about it and then people give up on it.
Mm-hmm.
I want Mahershala Ali as Blade.
How do you fuck
That'd be
that
fun.
up, dude?
Well, he definitely stepped out.
Give me 2 weeks. I'll give you a solid 90-page script about Blade.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know a lot about Blade.
That's why I need 2 weeks.
I